Hello, hello everyone. It's Shelly with Couture. It's time for another demo. Today's day 5 of our Christmas Express series. Come on in, grab a snack, sit down, relax. We'll be right with you in a few moments. Say hi as you hop on. Sprinkle if you're able, and give our video a love by hitting that thumbs up button. Hi, Mom. All right. Hey, everybody. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what camera I'm using. I guess I'm using this one. I have so many cameras going on. I don't, let's see. I guess we could use that one. All right, guys, let's just dive right in. I have this fun cutout in the shape of a sack, really. And because I just thought reindeer feed probably comes in like a canvas linen sack or something like that. It has some little burnt marks in here. This is engraved to make it look like it's wrapped with a rope or it's tied together. Or you could use the opposite side and then use your own. But I think for tonight's purposes, I'm going to go ahead and use this side since it's already done for me. All right, so first things first, we need to paint or give our sack some color. Let me think here. Nope, that's yellow. I think I'm going to do, what is this? This is iced coffee. That is a very old retired color. We have grayish. Grayish might work. That is also a retired color. The grayish you could probably make by doing storm and white. Let's see, we can also do camel. And we also could do dune. Dune has seems like it has a yellowy tone to me. I don't know, I think I might. I love iced coffee. That was one of my favorite colors when it came out. I did everything in iced coffee. It was my favorite color. All right, let's just go ahead and let's see. What do you guys think? This is iced coffee and this is grayish. I'm thinking grayish because that to me looks like more of a linen color. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm just going to squirt that a little bit. Kind of just move that water around. This feels a little hard. I don't clean my foam brushes right away, and then they tend to get nasty. So we're going to throw that one away. Okay. Today I was up at my studio getting all kinds of goodies. I'll be, if you're local, I'll be at the River Hills Christian Church Saturday, and that's in Loveland, I want to say. And then on Sunday, I'll be at the Manor House in Mason. So if you're local, come on out and check it out. Lots of vendors. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and color that engraved area too. I'm just doing a light coat. This is grayish, so it is light to begin with. I kind of like that it colored the engraved part. It did pretty well. Okay, let's put that in that part. Just kind of gives it depth, right? Gives it character, makes it look not so one-dimensional. Give this a squirt so we can kind of move that around a little easier, thin it out. We'll dry it up and then we'll start chalking. We have one more design to go after this one. Trying to figure out what kind of a surface I want to put it on. I'm actually, well, I don't want to give it away, so you'll have just to wait till tomorrow. You're just gonna have to wait. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and get it dry. Now, if you don't like that the etched part is colored in, you can always go back over that with either a chalk marker or another color of our paste to fill that in. You could do like black, make it really stand out. Say hello as you're watching. Let's get it nice and dry. Still a little damp. We'll get it waxed real nice, and then we'll be able to start chalking. We're going to work on the 5th design. This is the reindeer feed. I just thought that seemed appropriate. That feels pretty good. Let's go ahead and close this up. I'm going to stick this in my water so it doesn't get all nasty. All right, let's get it waxed. And I'll just do, you know, from this part down. We don't need to worry about that top. All right, so I'm going to apply it. And then what I'll do is I'll get a paper towel and we'll buff it off. What that does is it just kind of gives it a nice barrier. for our chalk paste to sit on top of. It helps with if you should happen to make an oopsie. The paste will sit on top of the wax versus sitting in the wood fibers. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay. So we've painted, we've waxed. We can just take our transfer right off the back sheet. Let's write on the back. Christmas Express. And this is the reindeer feed. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, for the moment, I'm going to kind of stand this up, okay? And I'm going to let my transfer hit the table so that it's flat. So you can see it's perpendicular with the lines on my mat. And then we will rub that down. It is also centered. Okay. All right, let's use, I think we're going to go with our bark. We're going to do our reindeer in bark. We can do red. We'll have to do green for the greenery. Do I want to do storm? Maybe we do storm to bring out that gray color from the grayish. I'm going to do that. All right. So let's get tiny parts here. I like to cut up some of my squeegees just so I can have smaller pieces to get into those smaller areas. Okay. All right, how are we going to do this? Let's work our way from the bottom up. How's that sound? All right, so I'm going to do this little greenery with our meadow. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are like shiplap lines that are kind of going across on that transfer. Can you see those? I'm trying to think if I want to avoid those or try to do those. Well, let's get our greenery colored, and then we'll worry about that. So we're not going to completely cover those lines. This is going to be one of those where you really need to be careful with how close you get to the elements on your design here. Okay. Let's do reindeer feed. Let's just do that in bark, and we'll do, I guess we'll do the lines in bark. Maybe we won't use the grayish at all. Let's just see how this looks here. You could choose whatever colors that you like. Some people decorate with purples for Christmas. So it's entirely up to you what colors you choose. I do have links in the description of the video for tools and accessories and colors of paste. surfaces, if you want to do it on one of our, they fit our simple shapes really, really well. The circle and the square. Okay. I think I got the most of it here. All right, let's get our excess off, and then let's do our paste and peel, right? So we paste and then we peel up. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Let's start to dry it. You could just leave it like that with the words reindeer feed on it. Then Santa would know for sure what bag was what. I don't think he'd want to take his reindeer feed bag on his sleigh. Pretty sure he'd want the toys with them. All right, so we're gonna let that just fall. But again, we have to repress down where we haven't chalked yet. Okay. Now we're gonna try to get in the middle there and get our reindeer brown. So let's get a smaller squeegee here. And we're just going to color him. Haven't decided yet what color I want to do everything else. Probably. Well, I think we're going to do, all the lines in brown. Might as well keep going with that. Let's see, let's try to do his antlers here. Definitely move your project so that you have a better view of it. Let's see here. This one may prove to be a tad tricky. I'm going to go ahead and peel that up just to see. And I don't want to peel it all the way off because then we're going to have to try to line it back up. So let's just get this steer dry. Okay. We're going to let it fall back down. Okay. And now we have to chalk all the way around that. So let's make sure those are down. Maybe we just do green. What do you guys think? Just green? Should we add red into it? Because I was going to do the words and the circle. Like if we do the words red and we can do the circle green and then the rest of the lines brown. What do you guys think? Does that work? I think that might work. All right. So this is going to be where it gets really super duper tricky because there's not a whole lot of space here between the words and that line. Let's see how well we can do here. Okay. Ooh, that is a slim area. This is where you hold your breath. And then see how it turns out. Now we gotta get that 100%. And then I'm gonna flip it so I can go away from the lines. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna get those lines in there. Let's just pull this off. I'm going to just kind of try to work that down a little more. Those little letters can be tricky sometimes. I like the red. Glad we did that. Okay. Again, push those lines down. Let's try to do our lines, and then we'll come back in with our green circle. All right, so we're going to come up to that circle. Again, definitely move things around if it helps you get to what you need to get to. Getting in that circle will be a fun challenge. Okay. And I've already decided if for some reason I hit the red, it's okay. I'm not going to let that upset me. Back in the day, I probably would have been like, oh no. But as you craft, you come to the realization that you can't always be perfect. I always tell people you have to let go of perfectionism. If it works out, awesome. If not, it's okay. I think we're going to be pretty darn close, though, to getting this. Certainly helps having the tiny little squeegee. All right, I'm going to pull this down. I love it. So far, so good. Okay, all we have to do is the circle now. So let's push that back down. Watch your fingers don't get dirty. All right, let's get our meadow. We are using meadow green. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull towards me. So we'll pull from out to in here. I think that seems to work better for me. It's hump day. So we are just about halfway through to the weekend. Thank goodness. I'll be busy this weekend. Almost done. Okay, I think we're done. I'm excited. Oh my goodness, I love it. That turned out so good, you guys. Oh, I love it. All right, let's get it all nice and dry. We could color the string in with our brown. Why don't we do that? That way it'll make a little more sense. It'll look like it belongs there. All right, let's get a really small brush. Really small paintbrush. I'm gonna flip it. Okay, I'm also gonna get just a little tray and I'm gonna spritz it with water. I'm gonna grab some chalk paste here. We're just gonna water it down a little bit, kind of like make a, like a stain or a wash, like a whitewash, but with brown. And we'll just come in here. And kind of fill it in. You could take pure paste. Oops. I think I'm going to try to bring a little bit more over. There we go. Just thin it a little bit. If you like to paint, then this part is for you. Okay. Of course, you can use acrylics if you have an acrylic paint or craft paint. You don't have to use your paste, but it's kind of nice that we can, because everything will coordinate, everything will match. Turn it. You guys think so far? Do you love it? Like it? Not so much? have to bring it closer to me. How fun is that? I like this engraved look. It actually like is engraved. It gives it a lot of depth. All right. There we go. I think this is so much better with the colored string. I think that really, thank you. I really think that does spice it up for sure. Let's get it all dry. Now it'll probably take a little bit longer to dry only because I went a little heavy with it. So if you do color yours in, make sure it's nice and dry before you start handling it. You don't want it to smear. So cute. Guys, so we could use, I finally brought these down, yay. We can use our little display stand. So these are called Simple Shapes Base. You get 2 to a pack. They're very inexpensive. And kind of pop it through and it holds your sign up if you're going to display it that way. The wood is light enough that if you want to put like a command strip on the back, you could do that. This might be top heavy. Let's see what 2 of them do. Let's see. Yes, 2 is much better. 2 will definitely hold it. Let's get these out of the way. Let's go ahead and put everything in our water so they can soak. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it's adorable. Reindeer feed. Now Santa will grab the right bag when he's going to feed the reindeer before they take off to the skies. Put that in my water. I'm just going to go ahead and take wipe that out. If you really want to save your paste, you could have put that back in your jar, because it was only water. You have to make sure you use distilled water if you are ever going to add water to your jar of paste. Okay, so that's nice and clean. Let's go ahead and clean our transfer. Okay, let's put this aside. Oh, so let's just say for grins and giggles that you didn't want to do it on the side that was engraved, that you wanted to do it on the opposite side. You could find some string, or this is kind of like a real thin rope. So we're going to go once around this way, once around that way. Well, let's see, we got to start on the opposite side. So let's say we're chalking on this side, okay, on the plain side. Do that again. Wrap, wrap, so that you're meeting on the front. You can tie your string in a knot, add a bow. And that would really give your project some dimension. And then you'd still have room to chalk your design there. Or you could just leave it plain. Or just have the jute wrapped around. That looks cute too. All right, let's clean our transfer. So if I am at my studio, I don't have running water at my studio. So what we do is we fill little tubs of water up and we wash our transfers in there, or they can do it at their seats like I'm going to do. So you can wet that. Our paste dries hard, so you want to bring it back to a paste thickness or consistency. So we get it wet just to reactivate our paste. You can use some wipes. You can use our board eraser, whatever you have. Paper towels. Some people will just use paper towels. I should get my board eraser though, because that is a miracle accessory, you guys. It cleans your transfers so well. All right, so this just takes that top layer off of your transfers, okay? Takes any excess paste that you may have missed when you were taking your excess off. Okay, let's flip it, kind of work on the opposite side here. I'm gonna go get my board eraser. Okay, you want to wet it. Oh, thank you, Neva. Hi, how are you? Thanks, Mom. All right, so we're going to just wipe the back side. Okay. Now, our transfer is pretty stained. Let's do this. I am going to scrub half with our board eraser, and I want to show you the difference it makes in cleaning your transfers. Okay, look at that difference. This is the side we used it on. Is that amazing? It cleans so well. Now, it may not get all of it 100%. The sooner you can get to it, the better, because it has less time to sit on top of your transfer material. Okay. Then when you flip it, you want to make sure you really get the back side or the adhesive side clean as well, because as you're pushing the paste through your mesh, it's kind of landing and sitting on the opposite side here. So So you want to make sure that's all clean and free from any dried up paste. Okay. We are looking good. Let's get paper towel. So what I'm doing is I'm taking all that excess moisture off the transfer material. Then we'll take it off our mat. Our mat is awesome because our transfers don't stick to it. So that's why I like to wash on them. You don't want to put it on top of like a paper towel because eventually it will start to stick. But I am taking the paper towel and I'm kind of just wiping it across the adhesive side, and that will pick up any excess moisture on that side. And then I place it on my backer sheet, so keep those. That will keep your backer sheet nice and safe. And then we'll leave that out for the night, let it get nice and dry before we put it back in our packaging. And then let's take a quick look at our finished product again. I'm going to take off my little string. There we go. And there's our finished product. This you could just take to your sink, rinse off under water. You don't need soap or anything like that. No chemicals necessary. And there you have it. Santa's reindeer feed. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed today's demo, and I hope it gave you some good ideas for your holiday decorating. If you have any questions at all, please comment help or shoot me just a personal message, and we can chit chat about Couture. I'll see you guys again.